Today we've got a new kind of miner to try and ruin. He can either drill straight into the rock like this, which is a little bit slow, or he can send stuff bouncing around to annihilate everything in its path, kinda like that. Could get a little tricky when you're mining too far away, because then the kinetic ball has to bounce a long ways. But when you're in a small little area like this, you just let it wind up for a sec, and there you go, lots of iron. Gonna need some stronger carrying capacity or movement speed or something also. But only have to get this close before we go like that, and then easy. Okay, but to start, hostile proximity meter, let's see how far away they are. For now, what we're going to want is increased movement speed, because I think it's not going to be a matter of weight, it's just going to be a matter of how quick we can and will move. Also, when we have this thing out, we go very slowly, so we shouldn't charge it up until we're about ready to use it in a certain spot. But then that works out because we found more iron already, so we're going to manually dig through that, and then we're going to let this go while digging through this, and there's a new power for us. Our first wave of idiots is coming in pretty quick, so let's see if we can get some of this to the surface. Our movement speed is not great. All right, well, we're going to fling some of this upwards. It's at least close to the surface now, and then we go like that. And then this guy is slowly eating our dome, so we'll slowly laser him to death. So the hardest part is definitely going to be figuring out how to get this stuff neatly to the surface, but I think if I go like that, it will fly a long ways upwards. But also, if I'm lucky, this power will be one of the really, really good ones. I don't know what the really, really good ones are, but I won't say no to any of them at this point. There is a teleporter, which is interesting. I think I'm just going to take a stun laser for now. And then I'm going to make a kinetic sphere damage upgrade. So if I was smart, I would kind of move back and forth like this. That way I could go tunneling downwards and it would clear itself out. But I don't know if I'm that smart. So for now, I'm just going to mine mostly horizontally, kind of like this. And then I can go down a few layers. There's some more iron there. You get the idea. Okay, the enemies are still going to be a sec because this is long waves. I'm actually going to go like this because that's going to work better for me. It seems like there is a bit of a cooldown once I launch my thing, so I'm going to have to get used to that. But for now, give me all this. Okay, we're already getting bombarded, so let's get more laser power. The stun laser is helping me out a lot already. For now, we're just going to go ahead and melt him, and we're done. Definitely going to take a little bit to get used to this new style of controls, but I can definitely see the potential here. This could be a really good character. Okay, we'll go mining. There's some more iron. Perfect. All I really care about is the iron. Nothing else matters to me. I've got to look if there's an upgrade for that cooldown, though, because that is going to get annoying. Because, like, now I can do nothing but wait. It's definitely good in some situations, but really bad in others. And then times like this, do I get more speed or more carrying capacity? Like, I don't know a quick way to get these up, short of going like that, which might work. Well, they went somewhere. They definitely can float themselves all the way to the top. Okay, let's see a health meter so I can keep an eye, make sure the dome doesn't die on me. Attached minerals can be shot as bundles. That's kind of interesting. I'm going to take Spear Reflection. I think that's actually going to be really strong because the problem was I was waiting for it to bounce for 10 miles in any direction. Now I think it bounces off myself. Oh, I got to like actively do that. Okay, that's going to be a little bit harder than I thought. And now my spheres bounced all the way to the surface, so it's going to take a second for them to respawn. Little bit of a learning curve, but we're going to be okay. Stun lasers take you out the idiot, so I'm going to zap the bird. We do have a slightly upgraded laser, so not too hard at all. Then back to work in the mines. There it goes. Okay, the shield's really slow to activate. What I might end up doing is just digging straight down. And then I can just dig a nice wide tunnel like that and hopefully find enough iron on the way down to make this work. Especially if I get a super bouncy, powerful thing. We're going to start upwards so it mines the iron a little bit, like that. There we go. Look at all the iron we get. But then this is forever the problem. We get to this point and it's very slow to move the iron. But I think from here, if I get into a nice tunnel at least, we can just launch it straight upwards. I think I'm doing it right. We could also just get straight up better directional mining too, which we will at some point because that would be handy. Oh, I see how this works. When I gravity affect an item, an ore, it just gets gravitied, so it floats from that point forward. So if I had everything open above me, it would actually float all the way to the surface all by itself, albeit slowly. So this build might be good for just a big open broad mine. I'm going to take extra kinetic sphere damage. And then we're going to give that a quick test by also hopefully destroying some stuff. Oh, you can go at an angle too. Does that work? Oh, interesting. So now when we're waiting for the next wave to spawn, we're going to do stuff like that to just let those things bounce around and clear up some room for us. I don't really know how far they go, but presumably far enough to be helping at all times. I'm going to pop these guys like popcorn. Then it's back to work. Okay, there's some iron and some water. This is also the main shaft right here, so we're going to let this go. And then I'm going to tunnel into this iron just a little bit to see exactly which way we want to launch this thing. Okay, good enough for me. We got to go side to side. The bombs would actually be a nice upgrade. If we could find a bomb on this point, I wouldn't say no. For now, we're going to take all this and launch it to the surface. Maybe the way this is supposed to be done is kind of like this, where you toss it all towards the main chamber, and then you can launch it all upwards from there. I'm going to assume that's kind of the way it's supposed to go, but I'm not really sure. Because once you draw it all in, like you can just launch it all that way, and then you can grab it all again and launch it all straight upwards. Might need an elevator with this stuff, because the stuff seems to come back down when I launch it upwards, but it might be hitting a ceiling or something. Can you go to the surface? Yeah, this doesn't launch straight. That's the problem. So this is going to get messy quick, but we're back to the surface. That's what matters. I guess my stun laser is taking the day off. That really feels helpful right now, but I'll upgrade it at some point too, so it's actually a little more helpful.
It means well, it's just struggling.
Okay, I'm going to try buying bundle shot for now to see if that helps with the stability of things. I'm also going to buy more move speed for the laser. Okay, this one, please go to the surface and don't ever come back. So now apparently we can kind of launch these like that, and then they're on their way to the surface apparently. Oh good, the other things just came back to me. So I don't really know how you're supposed to get them to the surface. I guess I can just manually carry them. I guess you can shoot them and carry them a little bit too, but for now, fine. Here's another 3 to the surface. Since I'm up here, I'm going to add a little bit of damage to the stun laser. That way, if I'm not at the surface, at least something is doing something down up there. Okay, since this is some easy digging over here, I probably should have done that a second later. I'm going to go over here, and then we're going to do an up and down shot, hopefully revealing more of that delicious iron that's everywhere. So we'll do a back and forth here. I think this is going to be the way to do it. Just tunnel down back and forth like this. When we hit our main shaft again, we'll tunnel back upwards as best we can. And then before going back to the surface, I'm hopefully going to set one more kinetic ball in motion. Then it will hopefully find me some iron so I don't have to do this manually. And then back to work, starting with the bird. Okay, those waves are still quite easy. I'm going to do a little more surface mining closer up because I just need a little bit of easy iron really quick. So let's fire a shot off here. There's some triangles at least. There's also the seed thing. But we're going to dig up this new power, and then we're going to be on to bigger things. Hopefully it's an elevator. An elevator would be very good. This is so important. I'm just going to manually carry it up. I do move very quickly. I'm going to take a resource converter because I'm pretty sure I can start making... Yeah, we'll turn the water into iron. Speaking of iron, I wouldn't mind finding some more of that if there's any... There's some. Okay, we're going to mine straight into that, and then we're going to go do an up and down right here. Go. It all just kept drifting to the one side, and now it's gone. So it will keep drifting in one direction. You just really got to get used to how this stuff like behaves. We're just going to go ahead and fight off a wave for a sec while we think about the better way to do that. The stun wave took care of most of the popcorn, so now it's back to fighting birds. Maybe I'll need more laser power now. I do need water because I want iron duplication. I'm pretty sure I can use iron duplication to my advantage. Because trying to find iron the other way right now isn't super efficient for me. Maybe I've just been getting a little over greedy with things, but we're still having trouble. Like, I don't know why that iron didn't stick to me. I'm sure I had it and then it just takes off the other way. Found some more iron. Wow, that's a really slow mining process. So let's see if we can, there we go. Now we're just getting some iron again. There's actually a pretty big deposit of iron here. It's just really slow to get a hold of. So if I get the iron to this point, basically, I think I can launch it to the surface from here. Like I can launch it. I don't know if it's going to work this way, but that stuff's going upwards, I guess. I do have a whole bunch more. It's just so slow to carry this. Like you're really just supposed to fling it around everywhere and then it doesn't make it to the surface anyway. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this. I guess it's probably easier just to manually carry it to the surface. So I'll just increase my speed and I'll just manually carry it. So carrying capacity might hurt, but if I have more speed, it might help carry that along. Still looking for a stronger laser too, because this guy's getting way closer than he should at this point, but he's dead. Between the two lasers, these guys will die. Okay, more gravitational movement. Okay, so we're going to collect all the iron I just flung everywhere because it didn't go to where it was going. From here, I could probably launch it pretty safely. Even then, I'm not going to risk it. This guy is pretty quick, I'll give him that. So the problem is you're definitely supposed to like fling the iron a lot because trying to carry even this much really doesn't work. And if I try and fling it from here, it won't make it to the surface. So we're going to launch, I guess, a few of them, and we're going to carry 4 iron at a time for now. I'm very clearly misunderstanding something about how this is supposed to go, but for now, there you go. The only advantage I have right now is I can move very, very quickly. It's hard to utilize that advantage properly considering like I need to carry 3 ores at a time. But okay, and even then it's trying to launch ores again because the control is a little bit overlapped there, which is curious. Okay, I'm going to buy power 2 on my laser just so we can kill these things a little quicker because I'm going to need a little bit of help now. So many struggles today. Can you handle the popcorn? I guess I can handle the popcorn mostly. You can get the rest. I'll get this guy. I should also do the cobalt repair too. That's going to repair the HP or 15% of the total. Okay, there's some iron right in front of me. I can see it. There we go. So this will be helpful for sure. You go there and we'll figure out how to start getting this iron to the surface again. Probably 3-4 pieces at a time, I suppose. Okay, instead of actually grabbing those, we just anti-gravity them. Like, are you supposed to just fling them roughly to the center and then fling them continually upwards? Are you supposed to carry them like this? I'm very confused. Because if I go like that, let's follow them. Did they make it? Nope, not a single one made it. Then when you try and grab them again and most of them fall down again. If I have the resource elevator, that would be good because I could just fling them to the resource elevator pretty easily, I think. But I guess maybe it is. You're supposed to just grab a few of them at a time with the extra speed and just carry them up like this. You have the option of flinging them. Also, this is like a very patient type character build. I'm not a very patient type person. But at least on that very long wave, I got a massive 8 iron. So I'm going to spend 2 waters on the better autonomy for my stun laser. And then I'm going to give it more endurance. Because unfortunately for now, I'm going to have to rely on that a little bit until I figure out a better method for mining. I think at this point too, I'm also going to spend 8 points improving rotational mining. Pretty sure that's like my physical drill that I can use to just straight up dig. So we're going to go down. Yeah, it's definitely doing a better job digging through this stuff. It's still not great, but it's much better than it was. I'm going to let this go here, and then we got to go back to the surface already. Where we're going to kill another wave of simple idiots. Hopefully he can take out most of the bird because I need to deal with the other one, but we're going to be okay. There's also a big boy over here. I need the stun laser to not be having a breather. Okay, that guy actually died pretty quick. The laser is still stronger than I thought it was, so we're still okay. I am going to repair the dome though, just a little bit. We can afford the next upgrade soon. What I'm hoping now is if we go straight down, we're going to find a nice big iron deposit. We're going to kind of find a way to make this work. So if we go one more down, I'm going to shoot a side to side. That means we can dig down here for a second. Well, maybe the other way is better. All right, well, we're going to take a shot over here now in the dark to see what's hiding. And so far, not much of anything. But now that I see this, yeah, I think I can see a more efficient way of doing this. If you did mine in big squares, you can work your way back to the main shaft like this while still exploring a good bit of everything. And then you don't leave huge squares anywhere. That way iron can't really hide that well. Oh, you can go like that too, which actually I think redoes the kinetic energy. So yeah, I really should have been using that a lot more. It's just hard to time. Or maybe it's not and I'm just stupid. I can't really tell anymore. Any iron over here? I've wasted half a wave so far, not finding any iron. Okay, I'm going to try this. When the sphere is in close quarters, it works really good. But as soon as you get a bigger area, you got to start like doing that. And it really, really gets hard to time that. But I think this is it's supposed to be the kind of like character build that it's not for beginner players. It's for the hard people that know what they're doing. So not me. But I mean, I did already find one of the things. Everything is a struggle today. Somebody help me. Okay, triangle, get up here. Oh, and my resource flipper is done. So we're going to go ahead and convert one more into another 5. I'm also just going to... Actually, I can't even afford that. Never mind. What I'm going to do is battle anything that comes at me for now, and we'll figure out what to do afterwards. Laser's doing adequate damage. There's another big monster on the other side that's going to do a lot of damage. Luckily, we can pop all these guys. Oh boy, I wonder where he's going to show up again. Maybe right here? Okay, I do want to try the mining thing like here if I can, because if I go like that, I can work it in closer. Yeah, okay, I can see how this could work now. Now I get it, as I'm already like at the bottom. But that's kind of the way I work a lot of times. I don't figure it out until it's way too late, if at all. Yeah, this is just like a high skill build. I get it now. Still a little unsure about like the best way to get things to the top, but like if I had the stupid elevator thing, that would work. Maybe if I launch it like that, those aren't going to make it to the top, are they? At least I did find a nice little iron deposit here, so we can live with that. And you can just, I don't know, go side to side. Like even carrying 5 iron is just way too slow to be worth it. So like I've got to eject 1 to just hopefully wind up anywhere useful. And I scattered the rest of them so bad, I'll probably never find them again. Luckily, I was smart enough to upgrade my laser pretty good early on, so it's doing enough to carry us through this. But its balance is going to tip soon. With everything in mind, let's go to the bottom and hopefully find more of those little switches for now. I realize there's some iron sitting over there, but that's going to have to wait there for just a minute because I need to get an idea of where the actual bottom of this thing is. And I'm just going to use this a whole bunch because it's in any direction it's going to help me, except for that direction, naturally. Okay, there's an edge. Yeah, once you do actually get those things going properly, they do a lot of mining, but you really got to plan and time it out. There definitely is a nice iron deposit here. The problem is it's so deep, it's like, might actually take me an hour to get this stuff to the surface. I will settle for 4 for now. Okay, for now, I'm going to launch, I don't know, that way. Okay, give me 4 pieces, please. Just 4. That's all I want. Then I'll carry them manually to the surface. Okay, this is like the 12th or 16th iron that I've carried up so far this round. So we should have a little bit in the bank finally. Yeah, okay, so we're up to 29 iron. So let's try the double laser. Oh, interesting. So I can fire, yep, both sides. I mean, it's strong enough that shouldn't matter. So if I'm going like this, it's going to hurt things. If it's going like that, it's going to hurt multiple things. Okay, it also gets a little confusing for a second to operate. Okay, he'll take out the sky thing. I'm going to take out these 2. He's dead. He's dead. Oh, this is kind of fun. And I can take out those two. Okay, I got most of the iron here to the surface, but this might actually be a sort of a bottom. So we need to find out where the actual end thing is. All right, enemies are definitely getting a little stronger. We need to worry about these guys. Stun laser will mostly take out Big Bird. So far, actually, this was a really easy wave if this is it. Yep, strange. Well, this is definitely the right way to go, just because there's more ground to open up. It's a bigger area than I thought, though, which is kind of unfortunate. I found the end thing, I think. So this is accounted for, so that's good. We just need to find out where its little tentacles are and hopefully escalate this ball into oblivion. Okay, we're getting into some of the hard dirt now too, so I might just have to upgrade the drill. Nope, we found it. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to drill a little bit and fire, and then just grab you. And then it's back to work, trying to murder everything ever. So far, so good. Not take you a ton of damage. That's going to hurt a little bit, but I do like the way I can fire both sides of the laser like this. We can hit everything. That's going to hurt, but I'll get over it. So we are definitely going to hollow this out right now to try and figure out which direction we need to go next to find the last thing. It would be really great if it was down, because that would save me having to think much. Okay, I think there's actually 2 cables. Yeah, okay, we found the last one. Luckily, it's right in front of me. So after pulling on its joystick... Why aren't you opening? Is there one more? I'm a little confused. Normally there's really only 3 of these things. So I think there's only 3 normally. Maybe I'm going crazy, but I feel like that should be it. We should have to just go to the surface now. Okay, back on the surface, I'm going to take a second to repair the dome because I have lots of extra triangles just for that purpose. I've also got $36, so that means I can have a power 3 dual laser. So I'm pretty sure I've never actually had a laser this strong because now I've got 2 of them and they do this. That's a lot of fun. And that's just going to help melt absolutely everything. Wow, yeah, nothing's going to get anywhere close to me now. Okay, that's overpowered. Also, it turns out there is a 4th one of these little triangle diamonds. And hopefully once I give that a pull, it opens Big Boy. And we bring that to the surface and you know the rest, game over, we win.